Welcome back to my channel. My name is Charlene Randa, the owner of Randall Paralegal Services and Taxes. And today we are going to get into how to become a tax preparer, how to run a tax business. So basically, I'm going to tell you everything that you need to do in order for you to run your tax business efficiently. So I do have some notes written down because I want to make sure that I'm giving you the detailed information that I actually want you to have before this video is over. So if you want to run a tax business, be sure to watch this video to the end. So the first thing you want to do is register your business. So when registering your business, you have to choose a name for your business and you have to look up the state requirements for your business and actually prepare the paperwork for your entity. You're going to choose the entity that you want. That may be an LLC, it may not be an LLC. But overall, you want to make sure that you are registering your business for tax preparation and you are getting your entity out of the way before you start anything related to tax. So you have your corporation set up when you start your tax business or to start your tax business. So another thing you want to do once you have your business set up, you want to get a PTIN or a P10. So a P10 is a paid tax preparer ID number. So your P10 is going to be a number that you are going to get from the IRS as a tax preparer because everyone who does taxes for a fee has to have a P10 because the IRS wants to know who is doing the tax work, who is preparing this return that is going to be submitted to the IRS. So anyone who is preparing taxes for compensation must have a P10. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. You also want to get an EFIN. And this is if you want to be a e-file provider. So e-file is basically the quickest way that a tax preparer can prepare and submit taxes to the IRS for clients. So an e-file means that your client will be submitting taxes or their tax preparation will be done electronically and sent to the IRS electronically. If you do not have an EFIN, you will have to mail in, yes, snail mail in all of your IRS tax preparations. And no one wants to do that, right? So you are definitely going to need an EFIN, okay? So in order to do taxes, you are also going to need software. So software is how you are going to prepare your taxes, right? So you're going to have a software, a program where you are entering in the numbers for you to do your clients' taxes. So your software is going to be definitely something that you need in order to do returns. Okay. The next thing you want to do now, I want to be clear about this. Some states have regulations on taxes and other states do not. Most states don't have specific regulations on taxes and who can do taxes, but in some states they do. Like in Connecticut, we have to follow rules for taxes and to prepare taxes. In This is, if you think about real estate, let me just compare the two. If you think about real estate agents have to take a test and, to become a real estate agent officially. So tax preparers have to do courses and gain credits every so often in Connecticut to do tax preparation. So that is what has to be done. There are many states where you do not have to do that, but you do have to check your state requirements, just making sure you are following the guidelines, because you that's very important as a tax preparer, is following guidelines from your state. So now you have registered your business, you received the P10, you applied for your EFIN, which sometimes takes time. So if you do want to become a tax preparer, make sure you do it in a timely fashion. Make sure you are months ahead of tax season, or just going to do it before you think you will need it, because you never know how long it's going to actually take for you to have everything in order to start tax preparation. And some of these things, like a P10 or EFIN, you cannot start taxes without, unless it's going to be really difficult to do so. Going to be really difficult to do so. So you got a P10, you have an EFIN number, you register your business, and you have software. So when you have these things, basically, you are ready to be up and running. But guess what you have to do now? You have to market your services to potential clients. So, this is something that you want to start also as early as possible to bring in clients for your tax business. You want to market your services. So, that's another thing that you will have to do. And just make sure that you're doing everything by the book to get clients and to be successful. Another thing that people kind of forget that you have to do is to continuously immerse yourself in education. So you want to learn as much as you can about taxes. You want to make sure that you learn the customer service of taxes. What do your clients expect from you? What are your clients asking you? What are your clients' feelings about their taxes, and can you help them? Because ultimately, you want to help them make a smooth process of tax preparation, because for a lot of people, taxes are a very stressful season as well. So you want to know these things, and you want to make sure you are gaining experience in educating yourself continuously, so that you can be ahead and do not fall behind. Although you are prepared to do taxes, tax laws change, and business also change. Things that you should be doing in your business, how you should be going about doing your business, these things also change over time. So you want to basically learn as much as you can. It's a learning process, and it never ends. So if you want to become a tax preparer, uh, this is the things that you have to make sure you know. So make sure you subscribe to this channel if you have not subscribed already. And if you need assistance, you can reach us um, below. Our email is below. And so you can contact us for any additional information about how to do taxes and start your own tax business.